Welcome you back to Black Site, and tonight we're going to talk about President Obama's interviews where he blames rap music for black men voting for President Trump. First, I want you to subscribe to this channel. Also hit that like button, notification button, and also subscribe to this channel. President Obama has been on his book tour trying to sell his new book. I won't give you the name of it. And he's been talking about why the higher percentage of black men went out and voted for President Trump. He said because of Bling. Basically, he was saying because some rappers decided to support President Trump. We know Ice Cube went and talked to the Trump administration about his plan. We know Lil Wayne. We know 50 Cent sent a shout out, but he retracted it. So President Obama blamed rap music for Trump's increase in voting amongst black men. But what he forgot is that President Trump spent 4 years trying to cultivate a relationship with black men and trying to satisfy some of their basic needs when it came to starting businesses, getting an education, and other measures that the Trump administration tried to take. President Obama constantly lectures the black community as though we were children, talk to us in any old type of way, and especially black men, like we are lost children that need to be guided in the right direction. Black men did not want to vote for Joe Biden because of what he has done in the past. We know that Joe Biden said that his mentor was a white supremacist. We know Joe Biden also said that he did not want his children going to school with black children in a racial jungle. We know what he did with sentences in the 1980s, and we also know what he did in 1994 in the crime bill. This is why many black men rejected Joe Biden because of his record and what he has done to the black community. You talking about separating children at the border. Joe Biden has done that to black men and black families more than anyone damn near in American history. Let me preface that by saying modern American history. But President Obama constantly attacks the black community. He did it in 2016. The reason why Hillary Clinton lost is because the black community did not get out and vote for Hillary Clinton. But maybe the black community did not vote for Hillary Clinton because of what she said in the 1990s, but also what you did not do in your 8 years as President of the United States. We know that Charlemagne the God asked you a very simple question. What did you specifically do for black people? You know how President Obama, he's a professorial pontificator. He sat there and said we reduced some sentencing guidelines. We did some basic things on health care, but he could not himself pin down what specifics he has done for the black community. But he did specific things for the LGBT community. He did specific things for the Hispanic and Mexican community. He did specific things for the Native American community. But when it comes to our community, it must be the people of color edition. That means everybody of color will get what black people get, instead of us getting specific bills passed just for black people. And we're going to see the same thing with Joe Biden as soon as he goes into the White House. The first thing he talked about is doing something on the first 2 days with the LGBT community. Well, did the LGBT community give him 88% of the vote? No. He talked about making the Dreamers legal. Did the Hispanic community give him 88 to 90% of his vote? No. The Hispanic community went towards Donald Trump in a huge way, especially in Texas and Florida. But you will never hear anything critical come out of President Obama's mouth when it comes to the Hispanic community. You won't even hear him say anything about the large percentage of gay men who decided to vote for President Trump. You will never hear him say about the increased percentage of white women who voted for President Trump. President Trump went from 63 to 73 million votes. That means in each category, he gained votes. But you will never hear him criticize any of those minority groups. But he always lecturing black people, especially black men. He lectures us when it comes to child support, even though black men pay the highest percentage of child support than anyone in the country. He lectures us on every issue. And like I said earlier, treats us like children. But he never does that to the white community, the Hispanic community, and the LGBT community. But the biggest ones that he is a big supporter of is white women. And you want to know why he never criticizes white women? Do y'all really want to know? Because his mama is white. See, for him to go after his white woman constituency, he would have to go after his mother. And he won't do that. But he basically mocks black men's judgment when it comes to voting. He mocks black men's inability to decipher policies when it comes to politics. If black men voted for Trump, they either voted for Trump because they liked his policies or they wanted to give a middle finger to Joe Biden, a man who possibly put their fathers, their brothers, their uncles, their cousins in jail for 20, 30, 40 years and even life in prison. But he seems not to understand it. He has this inability to understand why a community like that would not support Joe Biden and the Democrat Party. Because basically all I hear him talk about at the end is about his legacy. This guy gives more about his legacy than he cares about the black community. Can you tell me what he has done out of office for the black community for 4 years other than complain about Trump? We have some serious difficulties in our black communities all across the country. Have you seen him visit any of these communities? Have you seen him in the Fifth Ward? Have you seen him in the east side of Detroit? Have you seen him in Roxbury, in Boston? Have you seen him in Compton? Have you seen him in Oaktown? No, you haven't. He's been so busy hobnobbing with David Branson and so many of his other Hollywood friends that he has very little time to spend trying to get us out of this morass that the black community has been in for the past 400 years and 50 or 60 after the civil rights movement. President Obama needs to understand, the Democrats need to understand that they have to address the issues of this community, especially the issues of black men. They always talk about black women are saving the Democrat Party, but they never give credit to the black men. It's almost like we are the forgotten man, like we are invisible man. And black men are tired of being treated that way in American politics. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site. I hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button. and also share this video.